Yesterday I started a review of book The 16 Power Traits that makes you unstoppable. So today I shall be talking about the very first power trait, and that is self-love. The concept of self-love, the author says, might always be misunderstood as narcissism, expressing interest in our admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance, maybe extreme self interest, selfness, with a grandeur view of one's own talents and a craving for admiration and self centeredness arising from the future, from to distinguish the self from external objects. My friend, all these characteristics defining narcissism being negative trait, the author says that we must still see the positive dimensions of self-love, and that's what she talks about it. The point is very simple. She makes it everyone has a set of do's and don'ts, strengths and weaknesses, acceptance and disregards. When we live a life with some customized characteristics, we are actually in our comfort zone. So we should actually love everything about ourselves. We are actually doing everything that actually is our second nature to existence. Why should we not love each and everything about ourselves? My friend, the self-love gives you insight on the power of wholeheartedness, wholehearted living, she says. A way of engaging with the world from the place of worthiness. We can cultivate the courage, the compassion and connection to wake up in the morning and think, no matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I'm enough. And to go to bed at right thinking and have a very peaceful sleep, totally satisfied yourself, irrespective of the kind of experience you had that particular day. The author goes on telling that you can confidently explore methods for staying anchored in the foundation of self-love as you negative the stormy yet natural cycles of relationships. It empowers you to support yourself in various situations, dealing with your own self-worth, love and relationship, and even failure and disappointments. It enables you to maintain an open heart in every possible situation. I must confess that it has helped me, because I do had some period when I was really down. My friend, she continues and explains that there are ways to inculcate self-love. And the most important few things she talks about, that makes us aware our inner self is he said that is your personal responsibility. Only body and inner self is the sole responsibility of ourself. Even first thing she says, that responsibility to love yourself. As I said, your body, your mind, your inner self is the sole responsibility of yourselves and nobody else's. She continues and says that value the you. Think about yourself in a way that you are as valuable as someone else in the world. You are no lesser than anybody. Maybe the smallest cog in a wheel, but you are still part of the wheel. And she says very explicitly, without minting a word, that positions do not define your value. The need to feel loved and respected by yourself first and then by others, that defines your value. All your actions, all your achievements must be weighed in this balance. She further continues, she says, you should be by your side. Be at your side. We take decisions first every time, most of us, and analyze later. She said, simply reverse the process. Take a well thought of decision, and once decision taking, don't regret at all, accept it, even if no one stands by your decision. At least you must respect your own decision and be at ease with that yourself. Be by your side. The next thing she says, how to inculcate self-love. She suggests, heal your body, mind, and heal your spirit. And how do you do that? By working and defining what works best for you. Nobody's going to tell you what works best for you. You take your decision, take a call, and take by it. That is the best, and I think the only way to heal your body, mind, and spirit. She gives many examples, anecdotes, parables to justify the point, to prove the point to her readers. And ultimately she says how to inculcate, the ways to inculcate self-love is a nice way. Every day, before when you get up in the morning, at least thank the God, the universe, the Lord, the Mother Nature, whatever you may call. Thank the universe for all the well-being and wonderful things you have bestowed upon you by the nature. Love yourself, she says, and understand that value your worth as you are the sole ambassador of yourself. That's the ultimate sign of self-love. Thank you very much.